7 plus 6 is 13. Okay, so I have 4 root 14 plus 13. Now, for number 5, this says 2 root 3 plus root 7 squared. Well, the best thing to do here, so you don't get tempted to say 2 root 3 squared plus root 7 squared, which you can't do, write it out and FOIL it. So I have to do 2 root 3 times 2 root 3. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2 root 21. Plus 2 root 21 plus 7. So that becomes 19 plus 4 root 21. Okay? Now, let's look at this next problem. You might be saying, why is she having us adding simple fractions? Well, let's think about what we do when we add 1/2 plus 1/3. You need a common denominator. So in this case, my common denominator is 6. I do 3 times 2 is 6, so 1 times 2, that's 2/6. 2 times 3 is 6, so this is 1 times 3, and that's 3/6. And I add them together, I get 5/6. So I rename the fraction with a common denominator. The reason I'm doing that is because now, if we have radicals in a fraction form that we have to add, we can't add them unless they have a common denominator. So what would the common denominator between these two be? Well, it would be 3 root y. So I don't have to rename this fraction, but I have to rename this fraction. I multiply the bottom by 3, so I have to multiply the top by 3. So this becomes 18 over 3 root y plus 2 over 3 root y, and I get 20 over 3 root y. Okay, well, that's a nice start, but why am I not done? I'm not done because you can't have a radical in the denominator. So I take 20 over 3 root y, I multiply it by root y over root y, and I get 20 root y over 3y. Okay, now it may not look completely simplified, but it is because there's no radical in the denominator. So remember, sometimes when you have fractions, you have to get a common denominator, and you follow the same practice you do always. Okay, that's the end of page 19.